Welcome to another Do Not Disturb Dog Walk. Toto's joining us today. We've already been out for, I'd say approximately a quarter of an hour, actually. Yeah, and you're in luck because, well, I was just thinking about, before I rolled camera, about how I don't really feel like talking much today. So I might try and make this one of those cruisy episodes where I don't have much to say. But I always have to have the usual things to say, because every episode I always make sure to reiterate the quality assurance guidelines for our YouTube channel. So the first thing I want to talk about is the number 2 rule. It's always nice to bring the dogs here to get the number 2s out of the way. It's great because there's several bins along this pathway here at the marina, so it's real easy just to bring them straight here, get the poop out of the way. I invented the show us the poop rule, that you all aren't allowed to see the poop happening, because of the fact that, back in the days when I first started, mostly, I wasn't patient enough to wait for the poop to happen before I rolled camera, and then inevitably, pretty much every time I tried to make a recording, me being so excited and keen to get the camera rolling, it was always feeling like silly because 10 minutes in, the dog would poop. And now I've just got to the point where I just wait, we get the poop done, and then I roll camera. That seems to be the way to do it. And then I only have to worry about if they decide to poop again during the recording session. So yes, show us the poop is like a reverse psychology slogan representing the number 2 rule, pun intended, on our channel. You get to enjoy everything about the dog walk with us, except since the very beginning I've made it a rule. We don't film the poop happening and everything else associated with that. The usual thing that I'll have to do is pick up the poop or bury it. Bag it or bury it. So that's actually a quality assurance guideline for you, so you guys don't have to see that. I think you shouldn't want to see that, but if you do, then you know what to type in the comments. The slogan, show us the poop, because you're mad that you don't get to see the poop. I think that's silly if you are, and I'll just say sorry, but too bad, you don't get to see the poop. The number 1 rule is that I'm not allowed to talk about poop, except for talking about poop. But by not talking about poop, what I really mean is, well, it's represented by the slogan, never mind the 6 o'clock news, for the sake of keeping these dog walks more or less timeless. Like it really doesn't matter what day we recorded it. I used to think it mattered. I used to think, oh yeah, I'll give you the weather report, I'll tell you what day it is, etc. But it doesn't really matter. Nor do I really want to talk about anything that's on the 6 o'clock news, Mainly so that, as a quality assurance guideline, you can be assured that although I tend to blather and skite quite a bit on these episodes, I don't talk about that kind of thing. This channel is an escape for you all from that kind of thing. And it's an escape for me too. And then the dogs don't care what I talk about. So anyway, that's the 2 main guidelines covered. About the only other thing that I mention from time to time is that I speak te reo Māori, not exclusively, but every now and again. Some of the things I say to the dogs are in another language that Google, in its infinite abilities, has yet to provide a translation for. So I see that all the English is being translated into multiple languages. Oh, I didn't say we wouldn't accidentally point the camera at other people's poop. I'm lucky the dogs alerted me to that, because I was getting ready to trod right on it. What was I saying? I forget what I was saying now. Anyway. We're here in Seaview again. Seaview is like home base for us. Sometimes most of the time we just walk around here without filming it. But we have filmed several episodes here over the year and a bit that we've been recording so far. I mostly feel like recording today because I haven't been doing enough recordings. I never hit my target lately. I want to do 4 recordings a week. But all sorts of things. I just do it when I can. And I was thinking about the factors that have influenced that. And one of the things is that I remember... How did that happen, Toto? I remember that we had a car. I don't really have a car anymore. We've got a car. Oh, that's actually the more important factor. The car became less available to me. And I would much prefer to go adventuring, pile a dog in the car and go somewhere excellent. And we did that. We've done that. If you look at the hundreds of hours of episodes that we've made, we've been all over the place for the sake of going somewhere new. A lot. We've done a lot of touring around, recording dog walks. And now, it's not like I'm bored of it. I'd love to go further afield. But at the end of the working day, when I don't have a vehicle to whisk us away to somewhere more interesting, well, we're stuck with Seaview. Well, that's okay. Seaview's alright. And the good thing about it not being a hardcore adventure walk like Quigley and I often do is that Toto can come with us and his little legs won't get too tired. And I'm sure that makes this episode a little bit special. Toto gets to come along and you guys get a special Toto episode. Oh, here we are at the beach. The raggedy old beach. It's just a little bit of beach. And the dogs love it here. I bring them here frequently. Looks like they've made that area over there a no-go zone now. In the past it hasn't been so, and we've been over there with the recording running in the past. What's Quigley paying attention to? Let's see where he wants to go. Both the dogs want to go separate directions, which happens from time to time. Where are we going, Quigs? Toto! I feel like if I let go of Toto, he'd want to chase that seagull in the sea. He's real excited about it. Anyway, I might just carry on with the dog walking and not saying much because I'm pretty pooped. Been a busy day today. I don't like walking these guys on the rocks. Yeah, it's been a busy day today. I'm at about 12,000 steps. Which actually isn't a huge amount. I'm sure there's people out there who go, 12,000 steps? That's hardly any. I'd do 40,000 steps, bro. So what have the local mischief people been burning lately? Looks like they burnt something that shouldn't be burnt. Oh, it looks like a motorcycle frame actually. Yeah, that's what that is, I believe. Or maybe I was going to say maybe it's a bicycle frame, but no, it's definitely a motorcycle frame. Alright, let's move. Yeah, so I'm not quite sure why, maybe just for the thrill of it, for the sake of feeling a bit naughty. Sometimes people drive their vehicles through here. You know, and they obviously don't care about the paint job on their vehicles and things like that, because they have to squeeze it between trees, scrape down the sides. So this is this is sort of normal these days, what it looks like. But all the rocks that are up here, when they were down there, they all got blasted up here in a massive storm. We came out and recorded a dog walk here very shortly after the storm because I was in a buzz about it, and I was saying, oh, we got to check out the carnage. We've got to check out the destruction. I actually watched that episode back and I said, all of this is unnatural. And I thought to myself when watching that, well, that was a dumb thing to say because it's actually entirely natural. I just mean not the usual. So it used to be just sort of plain grass through here. It had all these rocks on it. Anyway, I did say, I know, I said I was going to shut up. Let's just enjoy the walk. Hello. Bye-bye. No. Oh, there's 3 bollards now. Sorry, I have to remark about this. There was just the one in the middle, and now there's another one. And another one. Those are news to me. This is the first time I've noticed these. And you could check past recordings at this location to know, like, when the first one came, I buzzed out on that one. Hello. Up. Ah, no, we're not going down there. Silly dogs. Come on, this way. Sweet. Well, we can't really walk further because at this stage, little old Toto has been out for 35 minutes, and I don't want to push him too hard. He does have very little legs. I could pick him up. So I thought we'd just have a perv at this rotten old house bus over here. What the hell did you just eat? What is it? You guys are weird. Why would you want to eat that random crap? Disgusting. You better not keel over and die. Well, my guess is it's in the area to be inspected for repairs, because there's absolutely no way that thing's certified. Okay, let's head home. Let's head home. can't understand why Toto is just absolutely on a warpath. He's just pulling. He's like a little sled dog. Which, I really shouldn't tolerate. And now I'm not tolerating Quigley doing it. This way! Here! Hikoi! Yeah, so I don't claim to be a dog walking expert or a dog training expert, but I've just got my little methods that I just do, and I don't really explain them very often. But it seems necessary to me if they're trying to haul me, that they learn that doesn't get them anywhere, because instead of letting them do that, I will just slow them down or stop. Mainly that applies to Quigley. I don't think I really mind that much when Toto goes into sled dog mode, except I don't want him to hurt himself or wear himself out. I have to say it is a little bit harder to loose leash train Toto. Fog lights pointing up into the sky. I'm sure that's not nominal or practical or serving its purpose. Leave it. Oh, wow. There's tyre tracks here and a broken fence. Put two and two together. Now, there was a guy one time who was trimming back these flax bushes. I gave him shit about it for two reasons. The first reason is because letting these flax crowd the path stops people from driving their car through here. I mean, it disincentivises it. And then I think the locals, probably these guys here, the marine services or the police, because the police have got a base here, they've chucked a big rock here to disincentivise it even more. But anyway, yeah, the guy was chopping back the bushes, and that was one of the reasons I said, no, you should leave it the way it is, because it's serving a good purpose, really. And the other reason was because he was doing a terrible job of it, and he wasn't cutting it properly. I just said properly. It's properly. It's a real Kiwi way of saying properly. We say properly. Yeah, so when you learn how to cut flax, there's a special method to do it in a way that's not super damaging to the plant. And yeah, like, it's environmentally conscientious, I would say, to do it the right way, instead of slashing and hacking at it and making it look all ugly. And yeah, I just want to correct myself on what I was saying before, or add clarity. I did say I don't have a vehicle, but it's kind of a lie, because our house bus is right here. And another reason I didn't take us somewhere else for our dog walk today is because I'm too lazy to tidy up the house to make it travel safe. So that's one of the things about the bus life. It's a house when it's parked, and then you have to pack everything up and make it safe for travel when you want to go driving. And I preferred to just not bother with all of that, doing the dishes and packing things away and all of that stuff. So that's why we walked here. Anyway, home sweet home, we're done. Climb aboard the vehicle, my dear doggies. Many an episode has ended right here at home sweet home, eh? Hey, good boys. Except for eating that random thing, that was naughty. Yeah, we're going to call it a day here. Let you know that we're grateful for y'all watching. And obviously we've had enough for today. This is the usual way I end the episodes lately. We've had enough for today, but if you haven't had enough, there's hours and hours of dog walks on our YouTube channel. You can just watch another one. So, thank you for watching, and we will see you on the next one.